Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna go back into fashion and we're gonna talk about if designer jackets are actually worth it or not. So I do have one that is right here, I think a picture or whatever. And we're gonna talk about everything we need to know. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to my channel for a whole lot of content every single week on beauty, lifestyle, reviews, and more. So let's get into it. All right, you guys. So today I have this beautiful jacket in my possession. So this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't get this full price, I didn't get this new, but it is from a designer brand, from a designer that is living in Montreal. So this is from Soskin Studios, and the designer that made this is Marisa Minicucci. I actually found this at the secondhand store, which sometimes can happen. You can find like a beautiful piece of clothes and then you're like, oh my god, this is so heavy, it looks absolutely beautiful, like where is this? So that's how I find sometimes some designers, it is at the thrift store. So this piece of clothing, which I'm going to talk about everything. First of all, this is super heavy. I would say that it is closer than 10 pounds than you could ever think. Like this is really heavy. It is heavier than my winter coat. So, and it's pretty warm. So I paid this one around, I would say $25 Canadian, which at the thrift store, it's really not expensive. But then when I go on their website, most of their coats go for between $300 to $600 Canadian. So yeah, you can still see there's a tag. It's like a bomber jacket, but like oversized. And then when I saw this, I was like, wow, it's in the small category as well. So this is going to be perfect for me, right? When you look at it, you have these little designs at the back. It is faux fur. It is not real. And it is in polyester and has different little designs. There's also a little accent right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's an accent with the Soskin logo. Inside there is Soskin everywhere, actually. I would say that what I like about designer pieces like this, like something that is really unusual. So the clips are just weird. I was like, how do you close this coat, you know? So this coat, you close it in a manner where on the side, you have like little hoops, right? So little hoops. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's like some hoops like this. And then on the other side of the coat, it's not hoops, but it's like a clip that opens up and then it closes back. So it's like a clamp like that. And it is metal and is a black type of metal. I'm going to put some footage with my phone on the side so you can actually see what I'm talking about, because with this camera, it's just going to be really hard to see. But yeah, so you have that. You have a nice little silky interior. You have the sides here that are just, you know, regular things. I don't know how to say it, but it is quite nice. It is quite a piece. And when I wear it, it is very oversized. I feel like an Instagram baddie and everything and all of these things, you know. It's just a whole vibe. So let me just put it on. So already look at this. It is massive. Whew, let me put my hair. Anyways, so this, it looks absolutely stunning. It is very oversized. I had a lot of compliments while I was wearing this because I did wear it while it was snowing too outside. Like, hello, why did I do this? But it was really cold. Actually, it was like 1 degree Celsius, which anyways is going to be on the screen if ever you want to see what's Celsius versus Fahrenheit. And I had like another sweater under and I was totally fine to go out. It was really nice. The fact that it was really cozy and everything, I really like that. It is quite heavy, even on the body. As I said, like to me, it's close to maybe 5 to 10 pounds easily for this jacket. And it is like, look at my arm. Like this is my arm. And look at my arm, how tiny it is next to it. That's my arm. So it's just a very cozy jacket. And I would say that a lot of designer jackets have this kind of look to it. It's going to be oversized. It's going to look like, you know, like that. And even that, it goes below my butt, which you would think you would like that it doesn't go below my butt, but I'm a very short human. So I'm like 5 foot. So everything is going to look big on me anyway. So I might as well just take something that will look big on me always. If I'm comparing this jacket to designer, so this is a smaller designer, that's why it's closer to $500 to $600 instead of like thousands. I feel like if you're looking for a designer jacket, you would like to look for quality. So this jacket is high quality. It is warm. I am sweating bullets right now in this. It is just insane. It makes me look good. It makes me feel good. I went skating as well with this jacket. It was really nice. The only thing is the clips. A lot of the times designer jackets are gonna have weird things if they want to do that. The clamps, like I was telling you guys, those are harder to get adjusted to. So it's like there's a little ball, and then I have to put the hoop in it if I'm able to do it. And then I have to close it and press, so then the clamp goes onto the ball. And that's one thing that's annoying. Like, this is a beautiful piece. The only thing is closing it is an absolute nightmare. All right, so I closed the two first button. The other ones, I'm just gonna just you know, keep it there. But anyways, back to the subjects. Are designer coats worth it? It really depends which one you are buying. Of course, if you want to have one piece that is timeless, that, you know, you want to feel good with yourself, you're like, wow, I wanted this for years, and you've been waiting for years to, you were looking at the design and you're like, oh my God, I want this. Then if you buy it, you're going to be happy, then buy it. You know, it's totally worth it if it makes you happy. The other thing is, it really has to be high quality piece, because if it's like a designer piece but it's kind of cheap, you don't want to keep wearing it and then it breaks on you. So this piece, I feel like it's gonna stay very, very beautiful, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Would I have paid, for example, $200 for this coat? Absolutely, because it looks really nice. It is warm. It is just a timeless piece, you know, like you have some design, some colors on it. It's not just plain black, whatever. No, it is really good. And even when it dries down, when it passed through the snow, a little bit of snow, not too much, then it doesn't look too weird, you know, because sometimes some coats, if it rains on it, if it just snows on it, it looks weird. Even though it is said to really dry clean it, it still looks beautiful, because I did like pat it down with my fingers after, let it dry like in a nice place, and then it was good. So make sure that you're buying something that will look beautiful, that will stay long beautiful, and that will make you happy. So also, designer, it really depends what it is, right? Because you are, of course, I think that the price of designer pieces, depending on the designers, are worth it because of the time that they spend, you know, designing the product and creating the product. And like Marisa Minicucci, she's a really good designer. So Skin Studios, I was looking at their pieces and they're really, really beautiful. So these things take a long time to create, to do this. So you're paying for a lot of things. It's like creating content, you know, you're spending so much time, XYZ, creating something, you know, like, it just takes an amount of time. If you want to compare it to something, it's definitely different. It's not the same thing at all as creating clothes or anything like this. Oh, another thing about designer pieces is if you want to resell it, will it keep its value? So that's another thing that we have to talk about, which sometimes, like this piece, since it's not on their website anymore, it's like a collection that just passes and it's not a known brand. If you want to resell it, you're not going to be able to resell it as expensive as you would want to. So if it's a really high designer brand, then it's like, it keeps its value, you know what I mean? And it depends on the piece. Like, we have to talk about that too. But if you're just going to keep that piece forever and cherish it because of the designer, then go for it, girl. Like, go, you know, like, if you just love, like, I've been looking at Matinette purses for like 3 years now, even more, like probably 4 or 5, and I never bought one, but I'm like, one day I'm gonna have a designer bag, and one day that day is gonna come. But now I have a designer jacket for now from Marisa Minicucci, which, girl, you are amazing. So Skin Studios, shout out to their clothes because they're really good. These, I feel like now I'm just over sweating. Oh my God, this is so hot. Like, look, it is so cool. I'm gonna be cozy for days, and that's one thing that I like to be, is cozy. I just love being cozy, and I love that I'm like, oh, it's designer, and like, ooh, like, it makes me feel so good. And the fact that I can find these sometimes at the thrift store just makes me so happy even more. It's like I see a lot of Matinette at the thrift store. I see a lot of Marc Jacobs, Michael Kors, all of these things, which, you know, like, I would buy it regular price as well, because these designer pieces are not overpriced. So that's one thing to consider when you are looking for a designer piece, is the price, you know, are you gonna like it? All of these things. Anyways, at this point, I'm just rambling, but I just want to say that Soscan Studios, they're on Instagram. Anyways, if you want to go check them out, you can. I went to check them out. I was like, ooh, nice. And this video, I was like so surprised. I was like, oh my God, girl. And I feel like you're buying from a designer. If you go to Le Chateau, which is like an expensive store here in Quebec, Canada. I don't know if you guys know about this one, but it's just like regular clothes. It's called The Castle. So like everything is overpriced, right? And there's not really any name behind it. It's just like The Castle. And there's not really any designer behind it. So now if you're buying a piece with a single name on it, and you know it's from their website or their brand, then you know that the money goes to them. So that's even another thing to think about, is that if you like the brand, if you like the person, if you like their work and you're supporting them, then they're going to continue and they're going to keep creating, which is absolutely amazing always. So anyways, guys, this is what I think about designer jackets. I feel like designer pieces definitely have a place if you want to. You don't have to, because sometimes I'm cheap and I don't want to spend money. And it's always good to try to save some money. I'm just saying. Just be frugal in life. Just, you know, and it makes you touch different pieces at different prices, especially when you go to the thrift store like I do. And then you're like, oh my God, okay, this is quality. Or like if you buy something at a higher price, then you're like, oh, okay, like this is quality. Or like sometimes you spend your money on something, it's really expensive, and you're like, that wasn't worth it. And it really depends on the piece. Like I told you guys, it really depends. And it depends what you like as well. So I like a bunch of things. I like clothes. I like to feel myself. I like wigs. As you can see, like, I have a lot of taste. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, if you have anything to say down below about designer jackets, designer anything, please make sure to tell me down below. I would love to know. Like the video and make sure to subscribe to my channel for a whole lot of content every single week on beauty, lifestyle, and more. So, thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one.